RedRacer video. You may remember me. I used to have a YouTube channel that I uploaded stuff to fairly regularly, at least once a week or so. Went kind of cold for a little while, and I apologize. I'm about to tell you guys why. But as you'll notice, the car is home. Lohla's back from JDP and has been for a little bit. I got the car back about 3 weeks ago now. Might even have been a month ago. Plan was get a video up and have it, you know, a big homecoming video, and things just don't happen the way you plan. For those of you who don't know, my mother's been dealing with COPD, or I think it's chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, basically a smoking related lung disease. She had passed away from that about a month ago, on the 25th of September. And I'm a big time mama's boy, I'll admit it. And that was the hardest thing I've ever, and is still the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with. So I went dark, the YouTube channel went dark, and I apologize, but that's why. It's my job to get things in order and do the things I've got to do. So my mom, Patricia Ann Royce, passed away September the 25th at 3:51 in the morning. That's why RedRacer's been so quiet. That's why you haven't heard from me. That's why you guys haven't heard about Lohla. It's been the hardest month of my life, and as much as I wanted to put videos out, it just wasn't the priority, you know. And I just wasn't feeling it. It's been hard to keep my focus and stay excited about stuff, but I'm finally feeling like I'm snapping out of it a little bit, and I'm ready to bring Lohla to you in all her glory. Right now I'm actually headed to Rocky Mountain Raceway. It's only like 40 something degrees out here today, but we've got good weather, and there is a race day, last of the year. So with temperatures being as cool as they are, and the DA is like 3,300 feet today, this car should run a pretty good time, I'm hoping. Car ended up making 690 rear wheel horsepower and 628 foot-pounds of torque. That was at about 12 pounds. So we got a long way to go as far as boost and stuff. We'll probably turn it up to 14 or 16, somewhere in there. And we're going to run E85, put a flex fuel sensor in it, run E85, and make some more power. So the goal is obviously to make quite a bit more than what we make now. But, you know, almost 700 wheel, and that's a good number for this motor to be broken in, or this engine to be broken in on, I feel like. So that's the plan. We've got about 1,000 miles already on the car. I've already done a couple of different oil changes. We're now running Joe Gibbs driven racing oil, the LS30. So the break-in oil we ran, the BR30 for 2 different oil changes of 500 miles each. And the car seems to be doing excellent. Power's good. Jordan from JDP will be out there at the track today doing data logging for us to make sure that things look good and make changes where we need to. So take you guys along for that. Try not to get too long this morning, but Lohla's back. I don't know if you've probably heard her a little bit. I'm kind of just moseying along, cruising on my way down the track, so I won't get to show you much in the way of sound and such, but you'll get plenty of that here coming up at the track. So we ended up with the Borla catback, the S-type catback, to eliminate all the valves that the factory MPP has, because we were worried about those valves causing problems and causing any boost spikes or anything. So got rid of those. The Borla S-type is pretty loud, so you'll hear plenty of clips of the noise. Again, thank you everybody for sticking in there. Thanks for keeping with the channel, even though we went quiet for so long. I'll be sure to make it up to you. Jared, RedRacer video. Let's head to the track, folks. We were supposed to be guaranteed like 6 runs, and based on what I've seen so far, I don't see that happening. I've been here 2 hours and I haven't had a run, but it's still gonna be fun. I'm still gonna find out what the car runs, so that's still ideal. Here's the car. Got it ready, lug nuts torqued, everything like that. I'm gonna set the pressures here in a minute, and then we'll be ready to roll. So we're out here, we're waiting, and looking forward to bringing you some action quick. Hoping to run like a high 10. It's kind of the goal. So if I can get in the 10s, you know, that would be pretty good. My first time out. I've never raced a car with this kind of power. So getting it out of the hole, I'm sure is going to be interesting because it makes a lot of low end torque. But we'll see what happens. Josh, my buddy's here from Live a Little. Check out his channel, Live a Little. He's got a Lincoln filter Corvette. He's run that in the mid 11s at this track before. It's colder today than we've ever had, so I mean theoretically we should get our best times today if prep's okay and stuff. DA's like 3,300 feet today, so that's pretty low for us here. And then Lurch is also here. That car makes like 1,300 horse. His car will hopefully run a high 9 today at our altitude, which is pretty cool. That's it. Be back soon. Oh, man. Oh, that was fun. Thanks. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. .11:05 at 126 on my first run. .660 foot, 11:05 at 126. 3:24 reaction time, that sucked. All right, first run, 11:05 at 126. I mean, at first run, I can't be totally unhappy. The car hooked and took off, so that's a good thing. I can leave a lot harder, I know that. It felt fast, but man, Jeremy was next to me in his car, and he was clearly a lot faster. He ran a 10:27, so I'm okay with it for a first run. We'll see what happens. We did data logging, and we got a little more pressure we can let out, and we didn't have the blower ice down right before the run, because we were trying to get our oil temps up, make sure our temps were good for our data logging. So I know for sure I got better runs in me. 11:05 is my first. I was really hoping for a 10 my first run, so I'm a little disappointed, but whatever. We'll go get them on the next one. All right, so we're sitting here after run number 2, but Josh here, Live a Little, check him out if you haven't already. In his 2012 Lingenfelter Corvette, he pulled off the hero run of his lifetime and ran 3/10 faster than he has ever run. He ran 11:27 to my 11:29, so I got almost a full quarter of a second slower than I ran the first run. So right after launch, it got out of the hole, it felt like pretty good, but then there was a really hard like thump, and I'm guessing one of the tires broke loose, and that was pause traction grabbing, and that's what I felt. But didn't necessarily feel slower really, but I definitely ran slower. So DA was about 500 feet higher. It was about 3,800 for that run. It was 33 for my first one. But I don't know, it was just slower. So I'm hoping I still have that high 10 in me today, but we'll see what happens. So congratulations to Josh for beating me. You suck. I just ran into the dirty little dog who beat me. This piece of crap Lingenfelter Corvette right here freaking made me look bad. Garbage beat me. I give up a lot of power to this thing. Power to weight, man. Held it down. 3/10 faster than he's ever run before. He ran an 11:27, beat me by 2/100ths. So, and he was coming strong too. He beat me by like 4 miles an hour, 2 traps. So he was coming hard at the end. Alright, I was gonna record the aftermath after the races the other night, but that didn't work out because there were so many blow-ups and so many problems and so much cleanup that races got really long. My GoPro ended up dying, so we're gonna finish that up right now. It kind of took me a day and a half to make this video, but we're not gonna edit, we're gonna keep it easy. But go for a little ride in the car, tell you guys my overall thoughts and opinions of how the racing went, how the car is feeling, and then I promised you a good low-P idle clip, so here's that. The first little installment of Lohla's Back Home, and I hope you guys enjoyed the racing. I know I did. It was a lot of fun, even though I was a little disappointed that I missed my 10.99 by 0.06 seconds, but for a first time out, I'm happy. The car ran very good. We got some data that we could use to kind of mess with things a little bit, because we did do data logging like I mentioned earlier. The car ran great. I'm running 20-inch Mickey Thompson drag radials. I was a little worried about that, and 3 of my 4 runs, the car pretty much dead hooked. So I'm very happy with the performance of the tires. I'm really happy with the setup. You know, the car looks good, the car sounds good, the car runs good, and I drove it to and from the track. So really, I can't complain. I'm happy. We've got a lot left in the car. There's people running similar setups to mine that have just turned up boost and run E85, which are both things we're going to do here shortly. And the power they're making is pretty inspiring. So I'm really excited to get to that power level. I know then that the mid and low 10s will be well within my reach. Here at Utah, and we're like almost a mile or whatever. We're 4,200 feet, not almost a mile, but 3/4 of a mile above sea level. So that's respectable here. That's pretty solid here, and I'll take it. You know, I did not build this car to be a drag car. I want people to know that part of it. You know, there are people out there that have run better times than me. You know, but you know, most of them are guys that are either A, making a lot more power than me, or 2, they're running 15 and 17-inch drag radials, and I'm still on a 20-inch setup. So that's kind of the way I wanted to keep it. I want the car to still corner well. I have no desire to have the car be set up specifically for drag, so I don't see that in the future of the car, just so everybody kind of knows where the car's going. I do want to be able to throw my drag radials on and go out to the track and run a blistering fast time, which I feel like the car is already very capable of. But it's just not what I want. I want the car to be incredibly well-rounded. So that's what we're going for, and so far so good. Big thanks to JDP. Thanks Jordan, Jeremy, Brandon, Amy, Natalie, everybody at the shop. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Jordan was great to work with throughout the whole process, and I think they hit it out of the park. This car is phenomenal. It starts every time. It runs good. I'm not burning oil. I mean, the car's a beast. So JDP, thank you. If you guys haven't already checked him out, jdpmotorsports.com. You can find him on Instagram at JDP Motorsports. You can find him on Facebook, JDP Motorsports LLC. So check them out. I highly recommend them to anybody looking to do anything to any late model GM. Thanks everybody for coming with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the racing. And we're going to have a lot of videos, like I mentioned earlier, of kind of the plan going forward, where we're going with the car. But there is going to be a gaggle of geese. A gaggle of videos coming out about the car and just all the specifics, because we very carefully picked the parts we used for reasons that I want to tell you guys about. So once again, thanks everybody for not jumping ship when I didn't put a video up for a month. Again, it was like the worst month of my life. It continues to be very, very hard on a daily basis. For some of you out there who have lost your moms, especially those of you that were a mama's boy like me, you can probably relate to just how hard that's been. And it took me out of my game for a while. You know, I'll be right up front and say that it really, really, really took me out of my game for a while. Very happy that my wife was so good throughout it all, and my kids were great. They've provided me a lot of comfort, and I'm blessed to have the people around me that I do. So that includes you guys. It sounds corny saying that, but man, my YouTube family means a lot to me, and all you guys out there that comment, especially those of you who are, I can count on you almost religiously to comment on each video. You guys mean a lot to me, and you guys are what pushed me to step out of my comfort zone again, and just, whether I was feeling it or not, get on here, make a video, bring the car to you guys. And it means a lot. It really does. So thank you all. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe and like and subscribe. Hit the bell next to it so you see when the other videos come out with exactly how we've gotten this car to about 850 crank. And lots more coming. So I hope this video finds you all well, and I can't wait for the next video, Jared RedRacer video. We'll see you on the next one.